Today, we're diving into the future. This right here is a SpeedyB Mario 25. It's a compact 2.5-inch drone, and out of the question, it is a very uncommon design, and it looks completely phenomenal if you ask me. Hey there, Snake, and today we're going to see the incredible SpeedyB Mario 25 Power Kit. If we focus on the design, SpeedyB Mario 25 is a compact size perfect for both freestyle and cinematic flight, with sleek, futuristic look, combining a plastic molded frame as well as a very well made injected canopy right here at the top. The durability on this, I guess it would be pretty nice. It's pretty sturdy if you ask me. Let's try to bend it real quick. I'm pressing a little bit harder here, but to be honest, this is amazing. I would expect like carbon fiber or something, but I guess this right here is gonna be enough. Paired with the 2540 Gen Fan props, looks amazing. Don't tell me it doesn't look just correct. As I said, we have the DJI O4 Pro system installed, and as you can see right at the top, we have the SD card tray and also the USB-C port right there, all visible and accessible within the frame. You don't have to take anything apart or whatever. The Mario Mini Kit comes with two 5.8 GHz antennas, but I wanted to use the DJI O4 antennas from stock, so I 3D printed these two adapters right here, and they just look fine. It holds them really well, and it actually looks part of the design if you ask me. The same happens with the prop. I think this is the prop color election for me on this drone. At the bottom right there, you can see the buzzer, which is underneath the plastic guard we have on the bottom of the drone. It's a very well thought design. We have these protectors right here for the motors. It protects them from dust, hits, or whatever else. You screw them right here. And also you get a pretty nice ridge right here to guide the cables back into the FC. So we're gonna open this right now. I'm gonna show you how it works. We have two printed parts right there, which is TPU. You only have to pop them up like this. You see? And then what you're gonna do is you push here, but you also have to open here. So what I found the easiest is with your thumbs right here, push inside, and with your other fingers you can push outwards, and then it'll go right out. When you're at this point, you can just slide to the top and it will open right as you can see. Okay, so at this moment we have a SpeedyB F435 AIO. It is proprietary, so if you damage this board, you might have a very hard time trying to put another AIO and trying to make everything look as good as this. You're gonna have to probably buy one of these. We also have the B-Storm 1303.5, 6,660 kV. It's pretty weird. It's a pretty weird number if you ask me, but that's what it is. We have the GPS plug right here, the DJI camera connection right there. In this case, we are using the DJI O4 Pro system. Here are the motor plugs, the motor wires right here. The soldering work in this is pretty good. You have no pores on the solders. This right here is the ELRS antenna, which also goes underneath. Is a dipole antenna, 2.4G. This is the Bluetooth, because you can also connect via Bluetooth to the SpeedyB app and just set it on the go. Right here we have a USB-C port, and here we have the XT30. We also have two LED sockets. Right here, this is the Meteor LED strip socket, which is controlled via the SpeedyB app. And the other side, we have the LED connector, which is going to be controlled via Betaflight. This tiny antenna you see here is the Wi-Fi receiver antenna socket connected via UFL. Now to put it back on, what you have to do is kind of the reverse of what you did when you were taking it apart. Make sure these two 3D printed lock mechanisms are wide open right here so you don't have troubles. Then what you do is you grab it on the front, you slide it back in, that's it. And then what you need to do is you push back. For example, if you tilt the canopy a bit and it first enters this, that's a no-go. It will be super hard. You have to make sure you push all the surface at the same time so it enters correct time. So like that. And it'll just pop in. Your locks back in, and that's it. Speaking of batteries, SpeedyBee recommends LiPo 3S from 550 milliamps to 650 milliamps. In this case, I have the new Lava 2 580 milliamps, and this is the way you put it. You grab your balance plug right here and you plug it right there so it doesn't go anywhere near those blades. You don't want to damage it. Then you put it like this, you tighten it up, and then we're gonna connect. And I'm gonna turn it on. Pretty awesome. And speaking of Bluetooth, let's go ahead and see how the Bluetooth works. I have it connected right now. Right here, I am on the SpeedyBee app. If I hit plus, it's gonna be searching for devices. I'm gonna allow Bluetooth. Okay, now you can see it identified the Mario Mini. I'm gonna connect to it. Okay, so it's now connected to Betaflight. You can see we have Meteor LED settings here. We have the FC tuning. I'm going to be connecting to the Mario right now so you can check. Okay, so we now have the connection between the app and the drone right there. So it's pretty handy if you're, for example, on the go and you want to tune your drone, or you forgot to set something right here on the receiver or whatever. It's a very, very good design, to be honest. Let's turn it off, and now we're going to go test it. I was here with my friends flying a local spot we found, and I was first trying to get the sense of the drone. As you can see, sometimes on the rolls I continued rotating a little bit. I was also kinda getting still the sensation of how the drone works. And one thing is that the punch out is super nice. That 2540 props paired with those motors are definitely something that gives me plenty of snappy feel on the motors, and also super nice sound as well, as you can hear in the video. And one thing I might have noticed flying it is that the prop wash was a little bit heavy on this one. I think the P tuning can be better. It has speed tuning from stock, but I think something has to be done a little bit more. But I also can attribute that into the Gemfan props because I changed them. Probably they tune it with other props, with the ones they pack with it. As you can see, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with the drone right now. As I said before, I am very afraid of breaking the DJI systems because they are kind of expensive. So I'm not gonna be doing any crazy stuff right here on Freestyle, but I'm trying to push a little bit the limits on the drone. But overall, it's been kind of fun and amazing. Oof! Right there, I almost hit the plant tree, the palm tree. And I'm gonna go to this part right here and do some power loops around it and see how it feels. The 3S motors and the low camera angle actually was making me go a little bit more high on the power loops, but nothing you cannot adjust. The satellites are right there at the top. And I haven't connected all the satellites, but I don't need satellites to be honest on this spot. And I'm also flying pretty close, as I kind of think the further you fly, the further you're gonna have to walk down and pick up your drone if you're flying freestyle. So I tend to fly pretty near to myself while doing this type of flying tricks and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna approach to landing on the table right here. We are close to 4 minutes. I still probably have a little bit of flight time, but that's it for me. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. For me, I'm more of a freestyle person. I flew this, it flies incredibly well. Obviously, you can feel a little bit the weight because we have all these parts and protective stuff, and more even so if you put the props protectors on as well, you're gonna feel that weight. It's not gonna be as responsive as your typical freestyle type of drone, but it actually surprised me. It has a little bit of prop wash. I guess the P tuning can be adjusted a bit. I can also attribute that to using different props. In this case, I'll have to check further down the road. So I would say it's worth the price. Yes, I would really want to see maybe analog versions as well. I think analog people also deserves these type of drones and designs. But that's it, guys. I really like this drone. It's pretty futuristic. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know also if you might get it. See you in the next vid.